Hey guys, it's Misha and welcome back to my channel. So since it was just Valentine's Day, I thought I would talk a little bit about Gen Zers struggling to enter a meaningful relationship and stay in one. And I think a lot of this obviously has to do with social media and how it promotes this superficial way of looking at relationships, at people in general. We see this with an obsession with appearance, with beauty, so plastic surgery, looks maxing taken to the extreme. We see this with hookup culture.
Be friends with this person.
1,500 plus bodies, bro.
Another example is this ick trend. Now, this is not new. This has been around for quite some time. A lot of people post their ick lists on TikTok, on X. If you don't know what an ick is, I can read you one of the definitions: a sudden feeling of disgust or repulsion towards a partner or date to whom one was previously attracted to. So you're probably thinking, this must be something that is very serious. Like finding out your date is actually a terrible person, they're very rude to people, they're a liar, they gossip, something like that. When in reality, these icks that people have, the guy had to go to the hospital because he got sick. Is he even a man? You may think I'm exaggerating, but I'm not. I mean, I'll show you these lists. A lot of them are jokes and they're just doing it to get a reaction, but a lot also are serious, that they wanted to date this person, but then they did that one thing. They cough weirdly, or they put their seatbelt on weirdly, and therefore they can no longer see them as a potential partner. So we're gonna take a look at it, but it seems to be mostly women that just can't get over these very trivial things and they just cringe very easily. A lot of these people don't realize that they're interacting with another human being who can do embarrassing things, because we all do embarrassing things, but I'll get into it. But before we start, please make sure you are subscribed and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of my videos.
What's your biggest ick?
When a guy is putting their blinker on. I just feel like that's such a feminine thing to do, like...
Use the blinker? Why? It's more badly to crash the car?
What gives you the ick?
When a boy puts a seatbelt on in the car, it repulses me.
Red flag that I seen a guy is having a mom, and even worse, having a sister.
Damn, you want me to be an orphan? Well, unfortunately, I have both a mom and a sister.
Oh, wow. Do you have any aunts?
3.
Wow. Is your grandma still alive?
One of them's gone, the other one's still here.
And here's his list. This is a guy, I guess, writing down what he can't do. 477. Don't have female family members. You can't ice skate, you can't clap, you can't wear sunglasses, you can't have earlobes. Huh.
Biggest ick in a guy.
My biggest ick is when it's like really windy outside and then the napkins start like flying everywhere and they're like trying to frantically like pick it up.
Should they let the napkins fly around? What?
Why is that an ick?
It's an ick because they look silly and like, just don't litter, but like,
No, actually, I do get that. The guy should just sit and with his mind make the napkins go back onto the table just so that he doesn't look silly. I feel like one very valid one though is being loud. Some people are just so loud, like they do not care that they are in public, that there are people around them, and they're either on the phone or talking to someone else or talking to you. Like I've been in these situations where the person is talking to you, right? And they're just like here and like, ha ha ha, it wasn't that funny when that happened. There are other people. Why are you screaming? I think that's a very valid ick. Just people that do not understand an indoor voice. I can't even focus on what you're saying because I'm thinking about the people around us who have to hear your voice right now.
Do women do that give you the ick?
I don't like when women dress bad.
Define dressing bad.
When they like look like everybody else. Like, have you ever been to a bar?
Like you don't like a basic dresser.
A basic dresser. I don't like a basic.
So you don't like.
It's okay to have a preference for sure. It's just a little funny when you look at what he's wearing.
My best friend and I have an ongoing notes app of icks we have for men. And we add to it constantly. Here are some of them. Eating a bagel. I feel like that's pretty self-explanatory. Taking a bath alone. Why are you doing that as a man? Clapping along to a song at a concert or club.
What is the purpose of the ick list? Are you forgetting the icks and then you have to go to your list and say, oh yeah, that person just did this on the list, so I can't be with them anymore? Unless the only reason you are sharing that is so that you can make fun of the person with everyone else online. I think a great question to ask these people making these lists who are serious, just look at it from an outside perspective for a second. Would you date you? Would you think, yes, this is a person I want to be with? They're making an ick list.
What's your biggest turnoff in guys?
Probably when they don't work out. Go to
the really?
gym and stuff, yeah.
Do you work out?
it takes is one photo, one small little weird thing that only I noticed. Match with this guy on Hinge. I'm like, oh, he's cute. I'm scrolling. My boyfriend ever stood like that, I would break his ankles.
This one is really good. I don't know who needs to hear this, but if you're getting the ick over literally anything someone does, you just aren't attracted to them, and that's okay. Exactly. How can all of these things be deal breakers if you really like that person? A lot of these people seem to think that they're immune to that. They don't do anything cringy, because if they really knew that about themselves, if they understood that they also have flaws, they wouldn't have such a reaction when they see that on other people. So what it comes down to, I think, is narcissism as well.
What's your biggest ick in a guy?
Like when they... No, okay.
Say it, say
no,
it.
No,
Run it.
that was so mean. I was gonna say if they're like really nice, it's such an ick.
That's weird. What I will say, being nice is great, but here is a major ick and a red flag. You're constantly saying that you're a nice guy, probably not a nice guy. I'm just saying, like, that's sketchy. Usually it'll be like this, ready? I'm such a nice guy. Why am I single? Why are you fishing for compliments? That's so embarrassing.
Never have I ever been the ugliest guy in the whole universe.
What?
That's me. An ugly piece of shit no one wants.
Right.
I suppose that's what you get for being a nice guy.
Oh.
Why would someone want to be with you with that victim mentality? Woe is me, I'm so nice. If you're nice, we'll know. People that go around saying that they're a nice person, a good person, a loyal person, they're probably not. But getting the ick from someone actually being nice to you? Or do you want them to be mean?
If they're like really nice.
I found some of the biggest icks that men get.
Okay, let's go.
If she wears Air Maxes. I feel like that's just a red flag.
I never see Air Maxes anymore though. So maybe that is why it's a red flag.
What's wrong with that? Just looks like a regular shoe. Why? Why does that bother you so much?
New ick unlocked. New ick alert. If you have a crush, you're trying to get rid of the feels. Just imagine him tying his shoe.
I really cared about you. You know, you were my best friend, or you were the love of my life, or you were whatever. You were very important to me, but I don't like the way you tie your shoelaces. I just can't get over it. Bye. What? That's abnormal. That's something you have to work on. That's not that other person's fault. Do they not realize that if they were to ask their family members even, or their friends, or their partner, do I do anything that makes you cringe sometimes? Of course they do, but they're not gonna leave you or never talk to you again because you sneeze funny or something like that, you know? Because it's not that big of a deal. There are times when you also stand awkwardly, or when you say something that will give someone the ick because you're a human, right? I feel like a lot of these people, specifically the women who are the ones making more of these lists, are looking for a fictional character or a robot, because you're getting icks from humans doing human things. You're looking for someone who is perfect, and that person does not exist. This explains what I'm talking about perfectly. Listen to this woman.
Like, I've been creating characters out of dudes since I was like 10 years old. I feel like I've always just had a really vivid imagination, so it was honestly easy for me to create these storylines and plots and characters out of these real dudes to make them seem, you know, more appealing and more romantic than they actually were. I'm not looking for a prince here. It's never gonna hit like the character that I make them to be.
Good luck with that. They have this, you know, character in their minds, and they try to make that guy or girl into that character, or into a robot, a perfect person, an AI. That's another thing, you know, it's probably social media as well. When we see people online who look like they have everything together always, because they're only showing us their highlights, right? On Instagram, on TikTok, on YouTube, whatever. We're only seeing the best parts of that person. They're not filming and showing us them when they're sick in bed, or them first thing in the morning, or them when they had a mental breakdown. We don't see that, and we shouldn't see that. I don't think people should be uploading their mental breakdowns. I know a lot of people do. I don't think that's something you should be sharing on the internet. But on the other hand, it does create this illusion that there are just these perfect people online. When in reality, you know, you have to keep in the back of your mind that what you're seeing is not that whole person. It's just what that person wants you to see. And I think a lot of people maybe are forgetting that, and they're thinking that that's reality, that Photoshop face or body is real. when it's not. That family's perfect life is not perfect. And if you knew that person, if you knew that celebrity even, you would get the ick from certain things that they did because they're also a human. You may not see those cringy moments on the big screen or on your phone because they don't want you to see that, but they also do very embarrassing stuff like all of us. We do things that others would get the ick from because we're people. Unless you're like a robot, like I said, and you just, everything is calculated and everything is perfect, you're not perfect.
Craziest thing you got the ick for?
I don't like to see happiness sometimes.
Right?
I don't know. I just saw a man like smiling, like, you know, after a party when you're popping balloons, and like he was popping the balloon and he was like playing with it before he popped it. And I looked over and I was just like,
Good luck to whoever ends up with her. I'm just saying, that's a crazy one. So I get that some icks will make more sense than others, but some of these that are focusing on superficial traits and then, you know, you finding a flaw that realistically speaking, if you actually cared about the person, it wouldn't matter. It wouldn't matter that they stand weird sometimes, for example, you know? So today I discovered that these ick lists are a major ick for me. But you let me know what you think. Also like the video, subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye.